Now this could be a question of come on down, the price is right, because this is the Expedition range of coach builts from Auto Trail, and the prices start at well under £60,000. This is the C72. It's a kind of 4-berth that sleeps 6 as standard. You can upgrade to 6 travel seats as well. It's based on a Fiat and it's very keenly priced. You might recognize the body shell here because it's lifted from the Imala range, but there are a few pointers as to the more budget status of the Expedition model. Alloy wheels are an extra. The habitation door doesn't get a window, but you do get items like the tinted windows at the sides, the electric step here that folds away when you put the ignition on. And as for the bodywork itself, it's all GRP, plus it's made that bit differently by Auto Trail. They like to drop their whole body directly onto the chassis itself. What it does mean is they're so confident of their products that Auto Trail offer one of the best warranties in the business, 5 years, but that includes not just the bodywork, but also the habitation side of things. Auto Trail offers the C72 Expedition in 140 brake horsepower engine format initially with 6-speed manual transmission. I think that's more than adequate, although Auto Trail do go on to offer a more powerful engine offering and automatic transmission. The automatic is particularly slick, but it does pile on the pounds. As it is, you get a good compromise of performance and economy. I think a lot of drivers will edge towards that 30 mark if they take things fairly carefully, even if you've got full 6 people on board. The steering is particularly direct, the braking is good, there's a good level of performance all round, good pickup. And then the cab itself, it comes these days with trip computer, there's manual air conditioning here. Auto Trail also offers the opportunity for a stereo upgrade. Costs a bit more, but it's worth it from Accent. It's got digital radio and the usual connectivity. And also you can then add a rear view camera, again at extra cost, should you wish. Talking of extras, Auto Trail keep it very basic, deliberately. This is a budget model after all, but you might want to speak to your supplying dealer about all manner of extras you could fit. It's a tale of 2 lounges in the Expedition C72 because as well as a U-shaped seating at the back with 3 generous sized windows, you've got this area at the front. Now, don't forget, this is the optional extra. So as standard, what you would get is a forward-facing seat with settee along here, L-shaped, and then the 1.5 double-sized inward-facing settee there. This bit is the optional extra, the rear-facing bench seat with 1 or 2 seat belts. Sat around a table here. You've also got the swivel cab seats from Fiat, although with this option, the driver's swivel isn't really necessary. And you can still swivel the cab passenger seat. So you've got lots of extra seating as well, even if the table doesn't extend out that way. So you can have a bit of a party and they can have a bit of a party in the back as well. Now don't forget, this is the full 6-berth version of the C72, so the double dinettes allow you to make this double bed here. In the standard model, you'll still be able to make a double as well, but it's just, I think it's a little bit easier with the double dinette seating arrangement. That also uses the table just to bridge the gap between the 2 seats. And then there's a ladder access up to this Overcab double here, which is actually really rather comfortable. And it's got 2 mattress pieces, as well as there's a reading light in the corner there. It's very good for headroom. Not all Overcab coach builts can offer as much headroom as this. And you've got that sunroof as well, which opens for ventilation at night. And then another double bed at the back, and that's the transverse one made from the lounge seating back there. So the kitchen unit is along the near side mid-van, and you've got a good bit of worktop here for starters. There's also a triplex cooker with a 3-burner hob and a combined oven and grill. Good sized sink here as well, and the cover actually acts as a bit of a windbreak almost if you've got the habitation door there open. It's a small fridge by modern day standards, but it can cope. It's a Dometic model, so it's got a removable freezer compartment as well if you want to use it all as a chiller. And there's the usual good array of storage here as well. A drawer for your cutlery here, a couple of lockers there. This one here is shelved, 2 shelves in there, and then overhead lockers as well. And all of these are shelved at slightly different heights as well. That's handy. Word about the main sockets here, a really handy little unit, I always think. I don't know why more manufacturers don't use this, because if you don't want to use it, you just tuck it away and it's flush with the worktop. So quite a good little kitchen unit right here, quite dinky, but it does the job. There's a solid door and a step up into the washroom, and it's a very generous sized washroom. You've got a swivel bowl toilet just as you come in here, plenty of room to use it. There's a fixed hand basin as well along the wall, a good sized window adjacent, and then there's room for a full shower cubicle as well at the back. It's plastic lined with a plastic shower tray, of course, just the one drainage hole, but there's a hanging rail in there for your wet clothing. The only storage in this washroom, there's an overhead locker above the window, but it's got space for your shampoo bottles and things like that. It's actually a really good washroom because it's kept things frill-free. Now, considering this is a budget-priced motorhome, there's more detail in here than you might expect. There's good storage for starters. The upper lockers in the lounge and at the back have sort of curved fronts to them and concealed positive catches. There's the opening sunroof in the Overcab section up there. The electric panel is in its usual place over the doorway, along with the Truma heating controls. And you've got even a branded umbrella here from Auto Trail. A couple of coat hooks in the door as well. And then both seating areas have, as well as their ambient lighting, they've got little individually switched spotlights, plus USB portals, and then lots of storage at lower level as well. Again, the beauty of being a sort of more budget-priced coach built that's not packing in all the equipment. So lots of space in the seat bases and at the back. At the back, you can access the storage from outside as well, from either side. Lots more details, but that's a flavour for you. So yes, it is cracking value for money, no matter how many berths you end up having, 4, 5, 6. It really does represent a lot of motorhome for your hard-earned cash.